Hello everyone, my name is Nukhba and I'm doing the TeachOne for Module 2 for database design. And this is a course of healthcare databases HAP 671. Let's start with the introduction. For the database design, we will be requiring some essential tools. That includes an SQL server, or Azure Database Studio, which is the one that we use on MacBooks. We will be required to use the data files. We will import those data set in the SQL server, and then we will work on it. First of all, we need to download the data files that are provided in the assignment folder for the module 2. If you see, it says over here it's a zip file. We will download it. It will take a few minutes, and then once you're done with the download, you will have this zip file. When you click on the zip file, it will ask you to put a password. You have to put the password right here. Once you put the password in, click OK. You will be able to see those that folder being unzipped, but it has more zip files in it. For those zip files, we cannot import any data to the SQL server without unzipping it. We need to unzip those data files in order to be able to get the CSV files. So for that, it's for the MacBook. So if you do a right click on any of the zip file, it gives you an option open with archive utility. It's a zip file opener for the MacBook user. You click on that, and for each of the 4 zip files, I did it, and now I have like a CSV file for DXH1, DXH2, DXH3, and DXH4. So we will be using these CSV files for the import data. Since I have a MacBook, I will be using Azure Data Studio. And for that, when I open the database that I created, HAP 671, I did like a right click, but it doesn't give me an option to import data sets into the database or import wizard. No such option is available. For that purpose, for MacBook users, we have to go to the extensions right here. We have to type SQL Server Import. It is to import importing CSV files into the SQL Server. We will install that. Once we are done with the installation, we will right click again on HAP 671, and now we can see right here it says import wizard. In the next slide, I will show you how to do the imprompts that are going to be popping to import those files that we just have downloaded into the database. In order to import the file to the SQL server in the database, I'm going to be clicking on my database HAP 671. Right click, and it will show these options. We're going to be clicking on import wizard. After clicking on import wizard, it gives this prompt window. It says import flat file. It has the server information, which is a local host, the database. For this, we need to make sure that the database is set as HAP 671. So it has this search down tab that we can search our database that we want our table to be set in. For the location of the file, we're going to be browsing through our computer where we have downloaded the file, and we have unzipped the file, and then the name of the table. Over here in this window, showing like when I did the browsing, it gives me an option to, like, I went to the straight table that I want to import, and it has like a CSV file. It doesn't give the .zip file, it just gives the CSV file. So we're going to be importing those CSV files into the database. After selecting that file, it will preview the data. The data is going to be having ID, ICD-9, age at DX, age at first TM, age at that. It's just a preview with all the null values and everything. For step 3, it says modify columns. So for data type, for right now, it's all set like in different ways. We will be all selecting and modifying all the columns to be NVR character 50. This is the one we're going to be using for everything for right now, and later on we will change the data types. We will allow all null values to ensure that we have all the information from the data set. We will repeat the same process after we are done with everything. After uploading the first file, we will be repeating everything for a DX age 2, DX age 3, DX age 4. So I have uploaded all the files to the HAP 671 database. You can see right here all my tables, and it's in HAP 671. To start a new query, I will be doing like a right click on HAP 671. It gives a prompt, says new query. I will click on that. It will open up a new SQL query window. I will type in use HAP 671 code and run it. Once I execute the running, it says right here it's completed. It's to ensure that we are going to be in the correct database, which is HAP 671. We want to import. We have already imported all the files into the database. We want to create a new table having the information from all the tables that we just have uploaded. So for that, we will do like this function, select function with star. Star means every single element of that table into temp file, which is a temporary file. For the temporary file, you create them and they delete once you close down the window. They're just temporary there from the DX age 1 table. And then we will run that. After running that, we will do insert into temp file, select all the elements from DX age 2, 3, and 4. After that, we want to see which columns we want to include. Since we want to include all columns, we will be select ID, ICD-9, age at DX, age at first TM, age at that from the temp file. After doing after doing like all the information into a temporary table, we will try to change and create a DBO file right here. So it says like into dbo.final from the temp file. After doing that, we will change the data types for all the elements or the columns that we have in the tables. For ID, since it's an integer number, we will set it as an integer. For ICD-9, since it's a combination of letters and numbers, so we will still keep it as nvarchar 50. For trycast is a function that is used to change the data type. For age at DX as float, age at first DM as float, and age at that as float as well. And then after doing all this, we will be creating the DBO final. So you can see right here is a dbo.dx age 1, and in this one you can see all the columns had and varchar 50 that we selected when we uploaded the file. But when we change the data types, right here you can see it is ID as integer and varchar for ICD-9, float, and float for age at DX, age at first TM, and age at that. And that's how we change the data types. So this is how it's gonna look after we create the dbo.final, we will be selecting top 4 just to see that we have all the columns. It has ID, ICD-9, age at DX, age at first DM, and age at. That's all for my presentation. Thank you so much for watching.